We're going to start off with our annual At the Rainbow Bridge poem. Hope I get through this, guys. By the edge of the wood, at the foot of a hill, is a lush green meadow where time stands still, where the frenzied men and women do run when their time on earth is over and done. For here between this world and the next is a place where each beloved creature finds rest. On this golden land they wait and they play till the rainbow bridge they cross over one day. No more do they suffer in pain or in sadness, for here they are whole, the lives filled with gladness. Their limbs are restored, their health renewed, their bodies have healed, with strength imbued. They romp through the grass without even a care, until one day they start and sniff the air. All ears prick forward, eyes dart front and back, then all of a sudden one breaks from the pack. For just at that instant their eyes have met, together again both person and pet. So they run to each other, these friends from long past. The time of their parting is over at last. The sadness they felt while they were apart has turned into joy once more in each heart. They embrace with a love that will last forever, and then side by side they cross over together. Okay, this is our list for this year. We're going to start off with Fala Murray, of the outlaw of Fala Hill, who was born in 1940, passed away in 1952. He's who we are here for to honor. Oldest Scotties. Mr. Scottie, 16 years, 8 months. Dorothy and Sig Bug. Strawberry Princess Amanda, 16 years, 6 months. Mike and Beth Christensen. Gracie Allen Wheeler, 16 years, 3 months. Sarah Wheeler. Champion Charthill Jubilee, 16 years, 1 month. Marcia Dawson. Blackwatch Miss Beasley. Laura and George W. Bush. Champion Roundtown Mercedes and of Mary Scott, Sadie. Amelia Mooser, Mary O'Neill, Cindy Cook, Gabriel, and Yvonne Rangel. Champion Charthill, heir of Grace, Gracie the Arur, B. and Vince Bohr. McDuffie on board, Swabby. Virginia and Lawrence Miller. Kilglen Parcel Post, Murphy Hunt. Barry and Sharon Hunt. Bentley, Sharon Gregg. Georgie, Linda Butler. Kate, Elizabeth and J.W. King. Liam, Elizabeth and J.W. King. Ness, Susan Friend and Susan Miller Friend. Trevor, Susan Friend and Susan Miller Friend. Bentley, Susan Friend and Susan Miller Friend. Baxter, Kathleen McGeegan and Astra. Duffy, Gordon and Sharon Allen. Robin of Locksley, Prince of Thieves. Willow Rolfe. Bailey Dowd. Victoria Quinn. April, Loretta and Charlie Glagwell. Kaylin, Claire Colin, Vicky Rose Butcher. Alistair, Barbara Stanley. Piper, John and Holly Smith. Champion Haiku's Blonde Ambition, Sophie. Cian, Ferris and Callie. SCOTS Alexander, Alex, Marion, and Fred Krupp. Champion Volendolic Imperio, Harry, Pam, Ryan Orchard. Thistle Ridge Wheat Thin, Molly, Carol Pierce, and Dottie Doyle. Sir Riley Rambunctious, Carol Johnson, and Evangeline. Bonnie, Nan Wynn, and Jim Lennick. Piper, Peggy, and Gary Moore. Kayan, Dana, and Dave Cadle. Champion Renora's Turnback Times, Sydney, Kathy McGara. Sky McTavish, Linda and Bob Bugle. Red Hand, Bryn McDougall, the Duke, Linda and Ernest Wilson. Strutfires, Shades of Gray, Shady, Danita and David Tiller. Lieutenant Lady Be Good, Sandy and Paul Brunning. O'Reilly's Out on a Limb, Chess, Barry Green. Scottie, Elizabeth Lovick. Tambourine, Angus of Maryland, Helen and Tom Phillips. Highwood, Sinachi, Carly Rose, Terry and Ron Beach. Bonnie, Lil, Prince Murphy Blue, Murphy, Terry and Ron Beach. Champion Scott Guard, Feliz Navidad, Lizzie, Martina Werner. Goose, Don and Barb Gray and Dan Gray. Abigail, Miss Abby, Dale and Willie Bennick. Maggie, Sherry Davis. Abby, Kelly Massey. Ruby, Kelly Massey. Holly, Margaret Turnbull. Sammy Buggy Mason, Kayla Ann Mason. Champion Carleone's The Senator's Lady, Miss Lucy. Irma Moore and Jerry Moore. Miss Abby, Pat Derwatcher. Nancy Ann, Janet Bush. Finley, Sue Truitt. Bailey Faber Moskowitz, Doreen Moskowitz and Gary Faber. Callie, Queen of Couch, Amy Cada. Champion Odysseys Into the Labyrinth, Bowie, Amy Cada. Garis, Neil and Diane and Laura and Owen Frendenthal, Arlene Bryce, Susan Finn. Kaylee Cancino, Leslie Cancino. Champion Mary Scott Painted Black, Clarice, Mary O'Neill. Sissy, Bob and Ann Horner. Champion Fair Oaks Little Red Corvette, Wren, Cindy Altman. Champion Fair Oaks Red Kestrel, Sparrow, Cindy Altman and Ruth Welker. Chloe, Brad and Kay Yount. Champion Pendragon's Knight of Oban, Kaylin, Julie and Danny Hill. Raven, Jackie and Richard Forkel. James Barleycorn Lockett, Jimmy, Julie and Michael Lockett. Tara, Kim and Mark Magnuson. McDuff Fleming, Duffy, Joe and Jerry Fleming. Scott, Susan Stoff. Terry, Susan Stoff. Pitty Paws Golden Girl, Peaches and Cream. Janine McKinney. Champion McVan's Light My Fire, Jimmy. Vandra Huber and Michael Krowelski. Dragira Well Dancer Mikhail, Mickey. Doreen Pitchett. Lanny, Cindy and Kenny Friedrichs. Duffy, Cindy and Kenny Friedrichs. Tallulah, STR, which is an abbreviation for St. Louis Scottish Terrier Rescue, and Cindy Friedrichs. Kim Skirt Charisma, Down Under Daisy, Toby Valucio, Mary Scott's Dear Abby, Jim and Linda Cook, Lockraven Minnie the Moochie, Anita Van Ravensway, Special Scots Light My Fire, Blaze, Stephanie Gillis, McRiley Duffins McDuff, Joyce Hamilton, Bentley, Marjorie Holford, and NTSR, which is North Tennessee's Scottish Rescue, Curly McDougall, Tina Anway Libra, Fala McDougall, Tina Anway Liba, Katie Dolores Hannon, Cooper Robin Phones, McKay Jackie Tucker, Romeo Jackie Jasinski, I'm sorry, Spencer's Lilybug, Lynn Jennings and Gary Spencer, Tivoli's Hot Circuit, Travis, Marty and Kathy Rose, Shannon, Gigi and Bob Havens, Cassie, Lori Curtin, Sparkle, Amber and Smoke, Miss Molly Malone, Janet Merrick, Angus, Denise Tadla, Higgins of the Arkansas 9, Nancy Davis, Peckswillow, Millie, Yvonne C. Maddox, Champion Deblin's Beam Me Up Sweet Talkin' Melody, Doreen Cross, Mary Scott Timeout, Bridget, Marley Clark and Mary Ann Lithrop, Buttons, Larry Westbury, Boo, Joy and Carl Greslick, Stewart, Pam Almendinger, Brian Raid, Pam Almendinger, Champion Bruick, Rocketman Rocky, Liz Bradley, Mr. Barney Bojangles Bo, Karen Stevenson and Jimmy Daniel, Champion Destiny's Diva Glendera Rosie, Rose and Jack Shacklet, Jagger, Teresa Stewart, Katie, Sue and Don Placer, Heather, Sharon Johnson, Champion Will Scott's Fire and Ice, Dagan, Pam and Lee Wilson, Special Scott's Somewhere in Time, McKenna, Susan and Ron Jackson, Red Rosie Choate, Rosie, Pam Choate, Calgar's Shadow Boxing, McGregor, Dugan, Victoria Bush, Scottie, Ann Rickford, Sparhawk, Palomino Princess, Poppy, Maggie Christfield, Bonnie Swift Pfeiffer, Valerie Swift, Berry Breeze, Hot Stuff of Malscott, Roxy, Lynn Mile, Tori Count on Me, Tori, Greg Johns and Holly St. Pierre Johns, Jasper, Trudy Merchant, Bobby, Rose Smith, Casper, Barbara Stucker and Pauline Stucker, Miss Molly, Jackie Dryan Pollock and John Pollock, Duncan, Brian Lipscomb, Roddy, Ingrid Lipscomb, Winston, Amy Collins Smith, Mason Rowlands, Kesia Rowland, Brody Rowland, Kesia Rowland, Loki, Karen Zutterstrand, Emma Carosa, Sharon Evans Carosa, Gina, STLSTR, and Teresa Pope, Dylan, Laura McDonald, Annie Laurie Quarry, Bowser, Lisa Dupa Quarry, Molly, Adele Johnson, William, Michelle Dozer, Katie Blash, Don Blash, Hallie, Carol Gozel, Daisy, Susan Levens, Keep Hats, Miss Katie Scarlett, Mickey Tickner, Chaplain Hodges, Shelby and Doug Hodges, Madison, Mackenzie, Higgins, Hodge, Shelby, and Doug Hodges. Fergie, Catelyn Eisenberg. Brandy, Modern Scottie Dog and Connie Singer and Janet Kaplan. Susie Miller, Brooke Book. Leo, Casey and Elizabeth Coons. Archie, Susan Stapleton. Morgan, Ron Conglio. Scrappy-Doo, Charlene Hill. Dougal McTavish, Jameson Lever, Julie and Les Lever. Champion Ross Scott, A Very Macho Christmas, Connor. Michelle Lynn, Perry Lynch. K-Pat's Black Pearl, Cat. Pat Baker. Champion Fair Oaks, Winter Pearl, Maisie. Annette Hogg. Jake, Linda and Bob Wyman. Bridget, STL, STR, and Amy Cada. Roxy, Mitchell Bliss. Little Jenny Lynn, Dan and Jenny Penner. Tyson J. of Morningstar. Julianne Smith. Molly. Kathleen McDonald. Mitt Scott's Scalasag O'Collinsay, Scally, Ginger and Jim McAfee. Miss Scott's Stormy Weather, Lena Grace, Kate Wade. Finley, Henry, Toohey, Brenda Ball, Tooney. Hamish, Jackie Collier. Champion Telek of Box Clan, Klaus and Monica Drache. Rosedale Simmons says Judy, Marge and Carol Rosa. Tyler, Vicky Frazier. Sherlock, Adele Childs.